Hey, this is Scott at GottaGrow.com. Thanks for checking out my video. I gotta tell you, I'm excited about what I'm gonna show you today. Now, I'm taking some stuff still from my garden, my fall garden, things like look at this thing. Look, big. I mean, I wasn't making this up. This is not trick photography or anything like that. Look at this. Woo! What a red pepper. This is what's so exciting. This is going into my Thai stir fry, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, okay? So, what I have here, I'm going to just show you just right on top of my stovetop here, the ingredients that you're going to need, okay? I'm going to do something with pineapple that you're going to really like. If you like Asian food and you like a little spicy and a little sweet, I'm going to show you what I do to kind of combine both of those together. By the way, you can pick and choose any of the stuff that's here. I'm showing you this particular Thai recipe that I really enjoy, and I like to combine both the hot and the sweet. Okay, so things like, and we're going 100% Thai here, okay? I got this Thai oyster sauce. This is sort of like I guess it's sort of like a teriyaki, but it's the Thai version of it. You're really going to love this stuff, and I'll show you how to use that. You know, standard soy sauce. For cooking some chicken, I'm going to show you how I do all that. I use avocado oil, a wonderful oil, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Oh, this baby, if you haven't seen my video yet on dehydrating scorpion peppers, you're going to want to see this. This is a scorpion pepper I just picked from my garden for this video, okay? So I still got some stuff growing out in the garden right now, and we're late October. We haven't had a frost yet. We're lucky. Just a few sweet snap peas that I was able to find on the vines that I have out there. Some fresh, locally grown ginger. You gotta have ginger if you're gonna do Thai, okay? There's that beautiful, this beautiful red pepper. We got some shrooms going here. We're gonna get some shrooms in the stir fry. And you're gonna, if you don't know what this is, check these babies out. Look at this. This is lemongrass, and I'm gonna show you how to prepare the lemongrass for maximum effect. In fact, I tend to buy my lemongrass in a clump like this. I pick this stuff up for like $1.99. I've got 4 or 5. I got 6, pieces of this lemongrass. You go to any local grocery store and you find lemongrass, they're going to give you a little piece here on the end like this. It's usually dried out. It's in a package, and it's usually like $2.99, $3.99. I've even seen it $4.99. I got all of these 6 pieces of lemongrass for $1.99. I'll talk to you about that in just a little bit. Onion, I got garlic. What else? I guess that's what we need. Those are the ingredients that you're going to need. I can tell you right up front that the majority of the work that you're going to do is just preparing this. Once you're ready to cook, boom shakalaka, no time whatsoever. So let's get going. All right, so this is your lemongrass. It's a really big piece, okay? You're not going to use the majority of this, but there's a couple of tricks I want to show you. First thing I want you to do is you're going to come down, this thing's probably like 18 inches long. I want you to come in and maybe cut about a 4 or 5 inch piece off this. And then you'll see that you can sort of almost like unravel this thing, okay? You're going to come in here just like this and you're going to unravel this, and you really want to get to the heart of the lemongrass. I'm going to cut off a little bit more off the end here. Get that out of there. And we're trying to get to the center of this thing, and it is flavorful. You really, if you can get this lemongrass, you really want to get it. Now, let me see if I can show you this. Look at, see how that's kind of wiggly? That is nice and soft. That's what you want. This is the heart of the lemongrass. And what you're going to do is you're going to just come in. I like to kind of cut it going straight down the middle so I can get nice, small pieces in the stir fry. Okay, let me cut that again one more time. This is kind of a thicker piece. And then I just take it and I just mince it up like this. Okay. Just like so. Just don't cut your fingers off in the process. There's nothing worse than having a Thai stir fry with your fingertips in it, okay? So I just kind of, dice that up a little bit. That right there will give you some pretty good flavor. Now this is good, fresh. I mean, I can just tell by the feel, by the color. It's nice and light. This is good, fresh ginger. Best thing to do is, you want to break off a piece here, and I'm going to go, I guess you could even go with, I'm going to go with the bigger piece here because it'll just be a little easier to show you. I just use a regular potato peeler, and just take off some of this skin. This will make your life a whole lot easier. Trust me on this. I've made this meal, I don't know how many times. Maybe not hundreds, but dozens of times. So best to do that kind of, oh, I'm telling you, oh, if you could smell that right there, That's why I love Thai food. There are so many flavors, you know? Layers, all kinds of layers of flavor. Okay, so I'm going to slide this off here. Let me show you what I do. So I take my knife, and cut off a nice piece, make sure there's no skin or anything on it. Take this piece off here. Okay. Cut off the end. There's a little dry piece here on the end. So this is what I'm left with right here. Whoops, little skin right there. Okay. There we go. So what I do is I take and I slice it as thinly as I can. Be careful not to cut your finger, that's for sure. I just cut them nice and thin, and I'll show you here in just a second how thin those are. So I've got, right, it kind of looks like a deck of cards there, right? So nice and thin like that. And then I cut them the long way like this. There's nothing better than fresh. I know you get, enticed when you're in the grocery store. You see this stuff that are in these little, it looks like a toothpaste thing of like ginger and lemongrass and all that. I'm telling you, that stuff, I guess if you have nothing else, that's better than nothing. But I got to tell you, that stuff is crap, okay? You want to go with, good quality stuff that you can cut up yourself. It just takes a little extra time, but watch what I do here. I'm going to just cut this up and just kind of mince it here a little bit, just like that. You get this into the stir fry, oh my goodness. This is just going to be crazy, crazy good. And that's all I do. So I get these little pieces just like that. All right, so the first thing that you're going to want to do, you want to get your sticky rice stuff ready well ahead of time before you even think about doing the stir fry, okay? Rule of thumb is probably 2 to 4 hours. You want to let the sticky rice soak. Now, you can use any kind of rice if you want to. You can just have rice on the side. I've even done it with spaghetti before, but you can get the special Asian noodles that you can do as well. But I gotta tell you, I love Thai sticky rice. So I go to this local place, and I'll be showing you some other videos of this local place too. It's a pretty cool place, where evidently they bag their own rice, because this is it. This is sticky rice, and it kind of looks like regular rice, but I can tell visually by looking at this thing, it's not regular rice. This is definitely the sticky rice that, if you like Thai food, you know what I'm talking about with the sticky rice. So this is what I use. Now what you want to do is, you want to get a little strainer like this, and then I'm doing like a cup of rice, because like a couple of us are going to be eating off of this. So this is dry. We'll bring the camera in here just a little bit closer. I just want you to see what I'm doing. We're going to just kind of come in here, and we're going to rinse this rice down pretty good. Cold water on the rinse, but there you go, and just let that, we'll let it go here, maybe a minute or so, just get it where it's nice and clean. Kind of gets the surface ready for the soaking. What I've done here too is I've got this little bowl here on the side. I'm going to just throw the rice in there after, and we're going to fill it with water, and then we're going to let it sit for the afternoon, and then when I'm ready to show you how to do this stir fry, it is like nothing to do this rice, and I want to show you how that works as well. So here we are. This is a good cleaning. I come in here just like this. There's my rice. And just put it into the bowl and watch. I mean, it's simple. This is just simple. And you add in your water. And there it is. See how I've got a lot of water over the top. And I'm going to just let this sit right here. Over here. So this is the Thai sticky rice steamer and the basket that comes with it, okay? And I mean, that's basically the basket. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put that rice that I've been soaking for hours, we're going to get the rice into this basket. Let me show you how you do it. So this was our bowl with all the water in it. I'm going to come right over here. I got my strainer, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to just dump it right in here like so. And I'll even add a little bit of water, because I want to get it all, man. I don't want to lose any of that sticky rice. And this isn't going to take long, maybe tops 15 minutes. So let me show you. So we're going to bring this in like this, and what we're going to do is go right inside the basket. Ready? I want to just flip it and go. I like to hit the side so I can knock off all the rice. You put the rice in there, and then I just take like a regular lid, and let me show you right on the inside, And you can see it's already steaming, and I just put that right on top like that so it holds the steam in. And that's how you get that going. So while you got this stuff going, you can go ahead and start chopping up all your vegetables and your lemongrass and the ginger and all that stuff. And it's remarkable. It takes about 15 minutes to do that, and then all of a sudden your sticky rice is ready, you shut it off, and you're ready to do the stir fry. Okay? Let's go. Okay, so now, remember the scorpion pepper. Remember what I said. I love sweet and hot together, especially in my Thai food. I'm telling you, this is going to be awesome. Now, if you get a hot pepper like this, I got to give you the warning, man. These things will blow your face off, okay? That's why you have to wear surgical gloves when you deal with these things. So, you put these babies on. Isn't that kind of scary? You kind of slide these on and go, all right, the doctor's in. Let's do the scorpion peppers. You got to do that, but yet you're going to eat the stuff and it's going to go in your stomach. I know, it's kind of crazy. But let me show you. I'm going to bring you in here really close. So I want to show you, and I want to just kind of cut off the end of the pepper. And there is no way that I could put this entire pepper in. But I can tell you what, I can eat some nasty hot stuff, really, really hot. So for those of you that are like, yeah, I kind of like hot, you maybe just want a sliver of this, and that's probably going to be enough. But I'm going to take about a quarter of this thing. That's about this piece right here. That is a lot of, that's a lot. I could put this much of a scorpion pepper in a pot of chili, and most people would be like, oh yeah, that's pretty spicy. I'm going to put this, I'm going to put that in my stir fry, all right? Because I'm pretty confident that I can eat that much. All right, so the sticky rice is done. Let me just give you kind of a peek in here. So remember, I put the cover on, so we go like this. When I lift that cover, you're going to see all that steam come up. And you can see the little hole that's in there? I actually took my fork and I stuck it in there, and I tasted it, and it's nice and sticky, exactly what we want. So we're going to shut this off. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take it off the fire, really, or off the hot part of the stove, and just sort of let it sit here and cool down a little bit. I'll take the cover off the edge just a little bit, let the steam kind of work out of it, and then we'll be all set to go. Okay, so now we're ready for the stir fry. And one of the awesome things about Thai food is you don't just kind of like throw everything together and cook it all at once. It's just not the way that it works. Actually, Thai food kind of reminds me of this little clip with Shrek. Remember Shrek and the donkey, and they're walking along together, and Shrek's like, donkey, shut up, donkey. Anyway, well, they're kind of going back and forth, right? And Shrek is trying to explain to the donkey how he's just different from everybody else. And he's holding an onion in his hand. And he says, ogres are like onions. You know, we sort of have layers. And he shows him the onion and showing that ogres and onions have something, you know, in common. They have layers. Now, he's right on that. But he missed one other thing to add to that list. It's ogres and onions and Thai food that have layers. So you have to pay attention. The order that I'm showing you how to cook this really is important. So follow these steps as we go through this thing together. And when it's all done, the layers that are going to come off of your plate in this stir fry are going to make you emotional. I mean, you'll cry over the food with joy like I do over my peppers. You know what I mean? Let's do the stir fry. Okay. Now, one of the things you want to do is that we're going to start with, I'm going to roast a little bit of garlic, and I use avocado oil. It's an incredibly good, healthy, quality oil. Why? Of course, it's avocado. It's got to be good for you, right? The benefit of avocado oil is, by the way, it's very similar to olive oil. It has the same qualities as olive oil. The benefit is that the burn rate's a whole lot higher. I think olive oil is like maybe 325 degrees, maybe 350 degree burn rate, then it starts to smoke. This stuff is like, it's either 500 or 550 degrees burn rate. I'm telling you, you can fry a pine cone with this thing until it's crispy, and you're not going to get smoke, okay? So this is pretty good to have. Now, you want to be, you want to be careful with it. You don't want to put a lot, but I put maybe about a tablespoon of olive oil in the wok. And then I'm going to turn the fire on. This is going to go in no time. You're going to be amazed. I got my minced garlic, and I'm just doing it, whatever you think you want for flavor. I don't know. That's probably like 3 cloves of garlic. I throw that in there. And let me show you what this looks like in here. So you get the garlic going. Already you can hear the sizzling. It takes literally, 30 seconds or so to get this thing to go. So you're going to get this all sizzling nice. I'm sure you can hear that real well. And then I got to show you this while that's cooking. I got to show you this. So this is good quality chicken. Okay, now you don't have to do chicken. You can do this thing where it's just all vegetables if that's what you want to do. You can use tofu, you can use shrimp, you can use beef strips, you can use chicken. And what I do for chicken, and this is there's some good Thai food that likes to use ground chicken. This is 100% breast meat. I mean, it's pretty lean stuff. It's probably 98% lean. There's very, very little fat in this. It's another reason why I like to use the oil as well. And no hormones in this. I got this from Whole Foods today. This is the way to go. So I throw that in there, get that going. I'm sure I don't have to say it, but when you handle raw meat, you want to wash your hands, right? Wash your hands. All right, so now that we got this going, this is important for you to know. So you're going to get the chicken ground up. Let me show you this a little bit closer. You're going to just work that chicken in there. You want to try to break this stuff up. And already, this is just chicken and garlic right now, and it already smells awesome. You're thinking this would just be good enough, you know. But we're going to go ahead and break this chicken up really well. And then I'll show you what we do with the ginger and the lemongrass. That's going to be the next thing that we're going to put in here. Okay, so you're going to notice here when you look at this chicken, it's not 100% cooked, and that's exactly the way you want it. Maybe like 80% cooked. Shut off the fire, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. I want to show you. Here's my ginger right here. Here's that minced lemongrass, and then here are the bigger pieces of the lemongrass that we're going to just sort of let kind of work its way in. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to put in some of the lemongrass, put in a good healthy amount of the ginger. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it all in. There it is, because I'm going to split this into 2 meals. So I'm not going to do the stir fry with all this together. Now, notice I don't have the fire on at this point. Just go ahead and roll the chicken in with all of the ginger and the lemongrass, and have a bowl ready, okay? Because what you're going to do is we're just going to let that just sort of sweat a little bit. Even though that part of that chicken's slightly raw, that's okay. What we don't want to do is overcook the chicken once we get the regular stir fry part going. So that's what you want to do. This is what it looks like, okay? Just let it sit. We'll let it sweat. Okay. Now what you want to do is come over to your sink, grab a little bit of water. This is going to be based on how much sauce you really want. But I'm going to put, that's probably close to a half a cup, not even half a cup of water. I'll put just a little bit more, just to get a little bit of sauce going. So we're going to get that going, put the fire on high, get that working. We're going to put in our red peppers. Oh, gotta love the red peppers, baby. So you just put in some of those red peppers. You go like that. Here are the onions. Notice that what I did, it's just a matter of preference on the onions. I don't like my onions really big. I don't like them long. So I just kind of, quarter them and cut them like this. So come on in. Throw in the amount of onions that you think that you want. This is going to be for one stir fry for one person. It'll be a healthy one for sure. Okay, so we get that going. And we're going to just let this kind of cook and just to get this stuff to get a little soft. We don't want to overcook the vegetables here as well. I kind of like the stir fry where things are al dente. Al dente, a little bit firm. That's what we want. We don't want soggy vegetables. You know what happens when you feed your kids soggy vegetables? They don't like vegetables and then they don't want to eat. You cook them stuff at this level where it's al dente. Oh, stuff's like candy, man. They're going to love it. All right. All right, so we've got the onions and the red peppers in, but we now have to add in these little nasty babies, scorpion peppers. And I'm thinking, oh, I said I was going to put the whole thing in. Maybe I'm going to put, here, look, I want you to see, I'm going to put 2/3 in. I'm actually a little bit of afraid of this thing. So I'm going to go 2/3. Oh, it's in there. I'm committed, baby. Oh my goodness, there it is. Can't wait. Now, it's important for you to put a little bit of that water in there, especially when you get the hot peppers going, because if you put that on a hot skillet with no water in it, those hot peppers are going to send up some fumes. Your family's going to run out in the street. They're not going to be able to breathe in the house. Trust me on that, okay? You can tell these are cooking pretty nicely. The onions are just starting to get a little translucent. What we're going to do is we're going to add in the mushrooms and we're going to add in the sweet snap peas. So I'm going to put in, because I'm doing this for one person, we're going to kind of go half like that. Okay? So there it is. And we're going to let those go. Those mushrooms are going to cook a whole lot quicker than the peppers are. Okay? I'm going to let that go for just a little bit. Probably take about 2 minutes for that to happen. We're going to take some soy sauce. You're probably going to put I'd start with like a tablespoon, maybe tablespoon and a half to start with. And we'll kind of, we'll get a little taste. And then you want your Thai oyster sauce. And here it is. And I would put I'd start with about a tablespoon. It's probably about all we're going to need. So, tablespoon ought to do it. There it is. So I'm going to mix this in. Look at that. Look at that nice brown sauce that's creating. Now that we got that in there, we're going to come back to the chicken, right? That chicken's been sweating the ginger and the lemongrass, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some of this meat in there and get all that going. Now I want you to see this as I'm rolling this stuff in. Now you can see the texture here and all that's working. There's your meat. There's your vegetables. Oh, this is delightful. You want to talk about healthy? I mean, this is like 99%, 98% fat-free chicken. You're putting in a little bit of that avocado oil, and then you got your sauces that you're putting in. You're using a reserved amount on that. But there it is, baby. Then, so look at it. See what we're doing with the layers? Then you come in, and then you add in your pineapple. Get some of your sweetness with the pineapple in there. We're going to roll that in. And then this is the prize. This you have to. I'm telling you, you just have to have it. To make this thing Thai, you got to have some basil. Now, I don't have any fresh basil, but I harvested a bunch of basil this summer from my garden. In fact, I also have a video on that too, how to harvest your basil. And I froze some basil. Now what you want to do, I'm going to just come in here and break off a little piece. That's the value of doing this and freezing it this way. You break off a little piece, and it's one of the last things that you really want to put into the stir fry, because you're really not trying to like really cook the basil. The fresher that basil is, this is raw basil, the fresher it is, al dente, if I can say it that way for the basil, the better. So we're going to take this, and I'm going to break even this piece in half and put that little piece in. Once that breaks down, wash my hands a little bit. Once that breaks down, we are ready to serve. It'll be ready to go. I decided to tell you my other little secret ingredient, agave. You don't want to put a whole lot. This stuff's really sweet. Just put a little squirt. Agave. We want some good crushed pepper. I tend to like it coarse. It's just the way I like it. Put in some nice pepper in there. Look at the layers we're putting in this thing. I'm telling you. Add in a little bit of salt. All right, that'll be good. And I'm going to taste this. I know that I put those scorpion peppers in, but I want to see if I'm going to be able to, if I'm capable of eating this stuff. Let's see how hot this really is. So I'm going to just come in and get a little bit. Actually, that's got a pretty good bite to it, but you know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm putting the rest in, baby. Let's go for it. They say you only live once. There it is. I'm going to add in the last of those scorpion peppers, baby. And this thing is ready to go. Oh, yeah. So let me show you here. Come in here a little bit closer, and you can see here it is. I mean, this is the stir fry. The flavors that are going to come off of this are going to absolutely blow your mind. Okay, so the last of that's going to be going. Let me bring you around here to the sticky rice. So I just take a tablespoon and come in here. I grab a part of the sticky rice, and it's nice and dense. Look at this. Just nice and dense. Kind of put it right here in the middle. Put a little rice in there like that. Shut off the fire. Watch this, baby. Watch this. This is how you want it. Oh, baby. So here you have it. Authentic Thai stir fry. Feast your eyes on that, baby. Oh, this is good stuff. Oh. And you gotta have, now I don't know what's recommended for Thai food, but I'm a red wine kind of guy. This is a good night, okay? This is just good stuff. A little bit of some good red wine. Oh yeah. And a great stir fry. Oh, if you could smell the aroma. Actually, my eyes are watering up because I'm emotional. I think it's the scorpion hot peppers. Hey, listen, thanks for checking out my video. What's really cool about this is some of the stuff that's in here is stuff that I grow in my garden. Remember, I've been saying it, you and just a little bit of me, we can do all kinds of things together. I can help you grow food for better health and better living, and evidently I can help teach you how to cook some of the best food on the planet. Thanks for checking out the video. Peace out. Whew, I'm almost done this thing. I got to tell you, those scorpion peppers, wow. I don't know if you can see here, but I got to tell you, the top of my head is wet. Man, this is some good, clean food. Oh, bon appetit.